Hello guys, and welcome to a new Wargame video today by me, Vulcan. Today I have for you a 2 versus 2 on Gunboat Diplomacy, and this is part of Raptor and Boltsauce's 2v2 Tuesday. Now throughout this game they will be playing on the red 4 side, and apologies for my voice throughout this game, but I have been feeling very under the weather recently, hence the delay on the video. But hopefully my voice is still audible, and yeah, I won't end up coughing too much throughout this recording. Anyway, looks like the red team, Boltsauce and Raptor, have got the good side of this map, and it looks like Gandalf and Foxy got the short straw really. Now Gunboat Diplomacy is a map that I think is a bit unbalanced, and the reason for that is because it's a lot easier for the red side to capture and hold these objectives at Hotel and Delta. Now Delta's a bit easier for the blue side to contest, but it is very, very far away from their reinforcement points. Now it's almost the same from Echo, it's just that the Echo helicopters will get to Delta before the Juliet helicopters. As for Hotel though, it's very easy for the red side to snipe CVs that are in Hotel, because as long as the red team gets control of this compound, it's very hard to like hide a CV anywhere behind here. You can normally sneak them behind this forest, maybe around here. You might get away with that for most of the game, or maybe even here, but as soon as a recon pops up over here, which I would expect to see because you want to make sure all these bridges are defended, then you will obviously spot that because of line of sight. You can see that that will see behind the forest there. Anyway, we'll see how the game pans out, see if the blue team do push for this compound. It's normally very contested. Also over here, like this area is also very contested as well, these forests and buildings here. But that's where the main contention will likely happen. It's unlikely that anything will happen near this bridge, and I don't really want to see either team invest too many resources into defending that bridge. It's completely pointless in my opinion. You can just put an HGM squad here, an infrared squad there, and you know, you're good. That's pretty much all you need. Maybe a recon vehicle as well, or infantry. Doesn't really matter. And as long as sea vessels aren't around, you might want to just place a helicopter here to make sure that is reconned as well. Anyway, let's have a look at the starting compositions of units. We've got Boltsauce already plopping down a lot of them. So we've got some BM-24Ms here. These are rocket launchers. They have, I think it's 12 very large missiles. I'm not quite sure of their HE power, but we'll check once the game begins. We've got an OT-64C with command infantry. There is 2 Tatra 148s with recon infantry. We've got Scott 2 with regular infantry, and SPW-70, a Shrop 2. Unfortunately, I can't really name the infantry because I think this is, well, it looks like an Eastern Bloc deck, and I'm not too familiar with the infantry names. But the DHS Mi-24Ps, these are really awesome helicopters, introduced in the latest patch. They have HGMs and infrared missiles, so very, very useful. We got these SPW-152Ks, and some more Scott 2s and an SPW-70. So it looks like Boltsauce is splitting up into 2 sort of attack forces, each having their own Shrop 2, which are very fast vehicles with 2 infrared missiles, I think, and then a nice autocannon on them, which fires very, very fast. We've got a GW SFL Tunja there. That is a mortar carrier. And we got 2 W3W Sokols, which are your classic infrared anti-air helicopters. Over with Raptor, we've got 2 flat SFL 57-2s. These are extremely cheap 20-point anti-air units. Nice to see them being used. A Cub M4 on the right here, and a flat SFL defending the base. That seems a bit of a waste. What is that even defending? You could just have the flat SFL there and that'd be fine to protect the Furung's UAZ. The Cub seems a bit overkill. The UAZ, nice recon. I'm glad to see that. And over on the left here you can see these Mi-24Ps already coming up against a Tiger HAP, which also has 4 infrared missiles, but he's outgunned. But my lord, that Tiger was lucky, hitting 2 shots onto one of the Mi-24Ps there, did shoot it down. The Pumas got stunned in the process. Hopefully he's going to be able to get them down before they get blown up. One has been destroyed, but he did manage to get that Legion 90 out of there. Okay, VBL Mistral coming along and spoiling Boltsauce's day. You can see he shot down 1 helicopter there, and also some shots from these VAB T20s and the AMX-10 RCs. Did hit an APC there, but Boltsauce just got his Commandosi out in time. We've got the LSTR just getting out into this compound here, shooting at the Pumas as they're trying to fly away. And we've got some light shooting, and they are being supported by the Strop 2. You can see that autocannon I was talking about doing a nice amount of damage to maybe stun the Sapeurs in that compound. We've also got some Chasseur 85s moving up, and they're going to be suppressed by the Scott 2 on the left, and hopefully these Commandosi. Yep, Boltsauce is going to move them across to help out there. LSTR being used with its long-range 105mm heat rocket to take out one of these AMX-10 RC SBs. A Buratino barrage coming in by the looks of things. Or was it just these BM-24Ms? Ah, these are actually Raptors. So sorry about that. I thought they were Boltsauces. He used to use them to provide a napalm barrage onto this sector, but that's not really blocking anything at all. There is nothing else coming there. Seems to have completely missed. You know, it would have been nice to have been directed on top of these Crotals, but it wasn't. Maybe not even saw them, but you know, that's not doing anything for now. But luckily for Boltsauce, he has cleaned up the infantry here, the 2 Sapeurs squads and the Chasseurs squads have been wiped out now. They just need to get rid of these VABs, and they have full control of this compound on this side of Delta. You can see these Chasseur 85s making sure nothing comes over the river. These are T55 AM2 Meridors coming up to reinforce, giving Boltsauce some fire support to fire into any buildings that the infantry may be assaulting. Got a Scott 2 coming up there with some reinforcements and 2 OT-64As. Oh, there's Sokol on the left here using its 80mm rockets to attack this VAB. They actually managed to survive. I think he took out one of them. Yes, he did. Now the VAB's being pushed towards this Sokol, but the 23mm autocannon there should manage to take that out. Sokol's also belonging to Raptor by the looks of things. So not too much invested in the right for the red side, which is good. We've got this Mi-25 here doing not very much. Some nice recon infantry here. It's in the place to see the command vehicle behind Hotel if the blue team goes for that. Nice spread of infantry in Delta, but he's got to be careful that he doesn't spread them out too much, otherwise you kind of waste money in not using them. And it's a trap that a lot of people fall into. You know, you buy lots of infantry, but then you just never use them, so what's the point? I would like to maybe see some of these Commandosis actually fight throughout this battle, and if they don't, then I'll be quite disappointed, because they are very expensive and very effective squads. So yeah, anyway, for the blue team, they've invested a ton at Charlie. You can see these flak Panzer Gepard here. We've got an AMX-30 rolling, 2 of those, 4 Leopard 2A1s. My lord, why are they in Charlie? That is a complete waste. We got another AMX-30 Roland there. Did he expect some sort of attack? Nobody attacks across this bridge. That's one thing to point out in this map. Nobody does that. They might do it to try and catch you out, but it's likely they'll fail because it's very easy to react to. You can literally just bring an air unit from here and it's in the direct path to just bomb that bridge. Simple as that. No way anyone's getting across that. Napalm strike would go straight across it. No problem. So yeah, seems a bit silly to have as many units invested by the blue team on this side of Charlie. And those Leopard 2A1s could definitely be used to attack the infantry if they were revealed by other infantry pushing into Delta. So, for example, what you could do is get these Legion 90 and these Chasseurs 85s to push towards the LSTR, the Commandosi, the Leichtschützen, and then you could get the Leopard 2A1s with their 3 HE power to bombard the infantry squads while they're trying to fire back, because they inevitably will unless Boltsauce is clever enough to turn off the machine gun and so on. But people don't normally do that, and I wouldn't ever expect someone to, because that's such a low level of micromanagement. So, 2 Commandosi squads being slipped up on the left by Raptor. Not quite sure what they're going to achieve throughout the game. You know, maybe if that was a recon unit, it might be more useful. And is it me? Or does that say 21 men in 2 squads of Commandosi? Ah, of course. Never mind. I'm being silly. Of course they have 21 men. Because normally they would have 30, but they're damaged. They have 15 men each normally. But that was an Su-22 M4P there being shot down. By the 2 Crotals actually. We've got the bombardment from the BM-24Ms. Another Su-22 M4P there being moved away. Saw it, the other one got shot down by the infrared. The nice smoke barrage being used here to cover the advance of the Commandosi. Not often you see people using smoke, but these Commandosis not wanting to get into this building. Boltsauce is obviously trying, but because of the way that the sector is laid out, unfortunately, it looks like the Commandosi didn't want to listen there. Now it's interesting that Raptor brought in the Su-22 again. That seemed a bit pointless in my opinion. But also this napalm strike onto the buildings which they're attacking is also confusing. Now it's good because it cleaned out the enemy infantry, but as you can see, you know, Gandalf's just waiting here with 4 units of Jaegers to run straight back in again, and meanwhile Boltsauce is burning all his men alive. So it's going to make for an easy counter-attack for Gandalf by the looks of things. Nice mortars coming in, pinning down some units. That VAB did not empty out its HGM squad before it got destroyed, so they lost that. Another Mistral unit being lost there, and will the Commandosi kill the AMX-30 Roland? Not too sure. It looks like they may get taken out by the Jaegers beforehand. Like, Boltsauce could micro this Commandosi to focus on the Roland there, I think. But it doesn't look like he's going to. Yeah, he's going to try and retreat them. Now that's a bit futile, really. You know, he should have probably just let them fight it out, because there is no way those Commandosi are getting out of there. AMX-13 helping out from a distance. There's a nice small recon tank there being used to provide some fire support, and as you can see the Jaegers have now catched up now, and with their beautiful MG3s will absolutely annihilate the Commandosi. So tried to cover his escape with some smoke by the looks of things, but that's not going to work out. The BM-24Ms firing off again will likely catch out the Jaegers here. We'll see how much damage that really does. MX-30 Roland moving through some fire there. Will it get stuck? Nope, but it lost 3 health. And those Jaegers are absolutely fine, because that napalm strike was a little bit misplaced. And where's Gandalf going with these infantry? Seems a bit strange. He could just leave them in that sector and they wouldn't take any damage, but instead he's deciding to run them through the fire. Well, whatever floats your boat, I guess. bit of a strange choice in my opinion. No need for him to move back those squads there, especially considering they were still covered by smoke. On this left side, the Mirage SF nearly being taken out by the Flyer SFL. Tried to bomb out the two Commandozi squads that were sitting in this compound. Raptor actually spotted that, which it's quite surprising considering it's so out of the way, but good move by Raptor just to save those Commandozi squads. And they are kind of drawing attention, so maybe it was worth putting them there. But in all honesty, those 40 points each on those units, I think I would have preferred to use elsewhere. Now an APC being taken out there, while the Commandozi squad were still in them, and that's severely damaged that Commandozi squad unfortunately. This KPZ 70 Kyle is going to work. Love those tanks using their autocannons and their main guns at the same time to be extremely effective, cleaning up a lot of the APCs as they advance. Mortar fire coming in once again. Likely going to try and get to these Rolands. If not, going to change his target by the looks of things. These LSTRs and the Commandozi bumping into the Chasseurs. The LSTRs with their STGs going to win a close quarters fight there. So I'm surprised to see him move the squad out. Leaves them very vulnerable in the open. Looks like he wanted to put the Commandozi in the sector instead, and yeah, that's been much more effective, so fair play. Now I would like to see these Commandozi take out these AMX-30Bs and the KPZ-70 Kylers, but with all that autocannon fire and the main gun fire, well, see you later Commandozi. And that's why you use KPZ-70 Kylers to take out infantry squads. It was a bit unfortunate for Foxy that he lost one of his AMX-30Bs there, but you know, they cleaned out both those squads, so they know that there is nothing in those compounds now, which is good. Now the AMX-30B2 is not a tank you want to use close to compounds, mainly because it only has like the 7 front armor and 4 side armor, which is just horrific against these heat rockets. Whereas the 12 front armor and 7 side armor from a KPZ-70 Kyler is a lot more acceptable to keep closer to the compounds. So hotel's been fully secured now by the blue team, so they've done a really good job of that because they've managed to take hold of this point here. Now it's easy for the red team to hold Delta, always has been, always will be on this map, but because of the way the sectors pan out, there's 5 obviously here, as you can see, they've got 5 and 5. But this one can be contested by both teams, which makes it unfair on the blue team. Now, in this case, the blue team's got it all under control, so that's nice to see. Now, it's likely that they'll try and build up some more forces around here. And in all honesty, if they do try that, I would really like to see some HGMs from Boltsauce or Raptor into either one of these buildings. Really good position to snipe any units coming up these roads. Can take out a lot of units. You can see this P4 PC coming up the road there, and it's already been spotted by Boltsauce's Formosa, as you can see by the attack marker. Yeah, it's likely that it's going to go to the corner there, no doubt. Boltsauce's experience coming into play there, just having a bit of a guess. But it looks like it was just moved back, to be honest, out of the sight of enemies, so that they could place it more discreetly. So these Leichschussen with their sack loss HGMs trying to get a shot onto these VABs. Nice smoke covering an advance again. Formosa squads with their 40mm frag grenade launchers will be very effective against any infantry. The sappers though catching out the Commandozi with their flamethrowers. LSTR being moved up as well. Those Formosa squads taking a beating. And the VAB T20 there not helping out either. LSTR took care of that. Commandozi got killed by the Chasseur 85 though, and one of the KPZ-70 Kylers here did get taken out. And now the Formosa have full control of that sector. I wouldn't be surprised to see the frag grenades absolutely rip to shreds the Chasseur 85, and it looks like that's what's happening. Boltsauce dodged the mortar fire there with the LSTRs, moving them straight onto the Chasseurs themselves. It's always unlikely that the enemy team will bombard their own infantry. So good move there by Boltsauce to avoid that fire. Mirage SF coming in though. Is that going to get taken out? Yes it is. And did destroy 2 squads of Formosa. Now, Formosa squads cost 25 points each, so not quite paying itself off. But the Formosa are actually spotting this P4 PC. And with any luck, the mortar fire from Boltsauce will take that out. Doesn't look like it did, and it's going to get away by the looks of things. Has stopped them from contesting Delta for now though, meaning they are going to continue to gain those reinforcement points. I think it's very crucial in destruction that you do hold on to sectors, just so that you have that constant stream of reinforcements. But I do get the feeling that this game will slow down once either team gets bored of attacking each other. Now the command vehicle did get taken out there. The LSTRs here at close range, yeah, they are going to take out the KPZ-70 Kyler there. LSTRs with their 24 AP power, you know, they are going to do a ton of damage to those tanks. And any infantry that's actually in the open will get ripped to shreds by the STGs once they get in range. And the mortars being used here, the BPM-20s, to attack the LSTRs. And over on this side, as you can see, nothing much has happened so far. Su-22 M4P being brought in, some anti-radar aircraft there, trying to take out some Rolands. I took out an AMX Roland 3, but looks like may get shot down by the normal AMX 30 Rolands. I actually got taken out by this Fliegerfaust 2 squad. Now, the difference between the AMX 30 Roland and the AMX 30 Roland 3 is that the Roland 3 is actually radar and the normal one isn't. Big airstrike coming in here, 2 Tornado ECRs having a go at any radar, AA, and a Mirage as well by the looks of things, with lots of napalm. Now, all of those aircraft did get away because there isn't actually much anti-air. You know, you've only got these Strop 2s and they are not going to be great at shooting down enemy aircraft. Strop 2 there being spotted out as it fired at the Tornado ECR. And the Milan F3 also actually got a snipe on that. No idea where the recon came from for seeing that. Was that like just in a dodgy position so that the HGM Milan F3 could see it? Maybe. Or it was the Gazelle cannon, but that was way too far back, surely. The LSTR squads that were left out in the open because they were dislodged by the napalm were taken out by the mortars there, and it looks like the mortars might get counter batteried, but nope, they've moved them out in time. These things are very fast to move around, as you can see. They do have 90 km/h speed off-road. They're basically VAVs with a big ass mortar in the back of them. And the last infantry squad from Boltsauce looks like it may get cleaned out shortly by these Jaegers. So like I thought might happen, a lot of contention happening here with these Jaegers being spotted, the LSTRs there changing their mind about moving forwards. Plane coming in, MiG-29, anti-air aircraft. Good old air supremacy. Really cool looking aircraft. Everyone has got to love a MiG. Infantry combat still going on here. So here we go. This is how the AMX-30 V2s could be used. It's weird that they've turned off the main guns for them. Okay, he's just turned them back on. Not sure why he wasn't using the main guns there to suppress the infantry as they were engaging the Jaegers. Maybe it was to force the AMX-30Bs to use the autocannons, but that seemed a bit strange, to be honest. Anyway, here you can see that was probably a fire position onto the squad there. Nicely done to take out the LSTR squad, because I don't think he could see that. There is no recon, actually. There is the AMX 1390 there, but it's only got the good optics, not even very good. On the right, Boltsauce putting some attack markers. Are they planning for an attack on the right? That seems like a very bad idea. Oh, what's this? Boltsauce has managed to get some amphibious units across the water here and drop off some LSTR squads and some Formosa squads. Really nice work. Because these Formosa squads are going to give the recon information that's needed for the large artillery pieces that are now being used by Boltsauce, these Ondavas, and also the napalm from Raptor, and maybe the mortars as well. Now, they're not going to go anywhere near this forest now because the LSTRs at close range will just absolutely tear the crap out of the 2A1s. Not sure quite what that was aiming for, that napalm strike. Again, a bit of a misfire, I think. You know, you're always better off aiming for forests anyway with napalm. But in this case, it seemed like a bit of a waste. Maybe they didn't see the Leopard 2A1s move away. Oh, the Mi-2 row there being shot down. Recon helicopter no longer with us. Su-22M4 being hit, wow, by the Rafale. Oh, Rafale is coming in. Will it take out this Su-22 as well? Oh my lord, that's a massive loss. 2 Su-22s being taken out there. MiG-29, repaying the debt. Goodbye, Rafale. Okay, so MiG-29, awesome plane. You can bring in 2 of them, I think, on one card, whereas the Rafale, you only get 1 of them. So, you know, Raptor and Boltsauce holding on to their air superiority, but did lose their anti-radar planes there with the help of the SAC-LOS missiles from the AMX-30 Rolands. The Raptor probing with a T-72 M1M. It's bumped into an AMX 1390. Don't think he can see it yet though. Otherwise surely it would be firing back. There we go, finally found it, and boom. That AMX 1390 did a lot of damage. 4 points of health onto a T-72 M1M. That is quite good work from an AMX 13, I must admit. So on this right side, you can see some smoke coming in again. I'm guessing that Boltsauce is going to try and move up his infantry there. But we've got to make sure that they can't be targeted from anything from the left. So I'd like to see some more smoke on this side rather than just towards the place that they're heading, otherwise they can get crossfired. Now the AMX 10P Milans here going to work on the T55 AM2s. 2 Gazelle Hots coming in. The Hot 2s are going to take out this T-72 M1M likely. Yep. And there isn't any anti-air close enough to help support this. These Strela 10Ms getting there late after all the tanks are dead, and only shot down 1 of them. Okay, so he did smoke all the way around, which is cool. I like to see that. But with these 4 KPZ-70 Kylers coming in, the tanks on the bridge here are now dead. So the LSTRs are going to be able to move up unaffected by any crossfire. KPZ-70 Kylers now attacking the T-72s and doing lots and lots of damage. Great thing about the KPZ-70 Kyler, even though they don't have amazing accuracy, they do have 15 AP power. Well, to be fair, they actually have 50% accuracy, which isn't shabby at all. Whereas the old T-72s only have 35% accuracy and less AP power. Obviously they cost a lot less, but still. You know, I'm actually really happy with the blue team that they're using those KPZ-70s. I think you guys all know how much I love those aircraft. Now, Mirage SF there being taken down by a MiG-913. Really nice job. But Mirage did manage to drop its bombs, and they have wiped out all of those LSTR squads. No problemo. Now, were 2 of the Leopard 2A1s lost? It looks like it. Seems that the LSTRs did catch up with them there and deal a big blow to the blue teams, paying off all of those squads pretty much. Oh, they've got to be careful about these Strela 10Ms, and the Fliegerfaust going to work on the DHS Mi-24P there. Now that's going to be shot down, and so is the Mi-25, unfortunately. Unless the rockets can get on target. Nope, they cannot. Okay, so one of the Strela 10Ms was taken out, and there goes the Mi-25. Unfortunately, the rocket pods did not hit their targets today. So now the blue team is actually at an advantage in terms of points held, because they managed to actually neutralize Delta while remaining to hold Hotel, and in the Conquest game this would put them in the lead easily. But because it's not, and they're playing for points in destruction, Raptor and Boltsauce are still ahead. Some artillery coming in to try and take out these AMX-10P Milans. One of them did get destroyed, the other one left on 1 HP. Some mortar shells coming in from the VPMs there. Straight underneath all of these helicopters. Well, these Mi-2Ts better not have Commandosi in them. That'd be a huge loss. One of them nearly got shot down. I really don't like what I'm seeing here. Why is there so many units on this side of the map? Why focus on Charlie and Bravo? It never ends well. I would really like to see all of these tanks over here at Delta, push them across here and swing around the map. Always much more effective than trying to cross these two bridges. Like, fair enough, the push with Boltsauce using amphibious units was really clever. You know, using the LSTRs there and the Formosa was brilliant for allowing him to use the artillery, and getting these BRDM-2 Conkers alongside them would have been awesome. But you know, now that's over, you know, that's like a one-trick pony kind of thing. You know, you don't want to keep doing that, otherwise they know it's coming. You want to change your tactics, switch it up, you know, go back to the other side of the map. You know, they're probably not really focusing over here anymore. Now it's interesting to see where the blue team placed this P4PC, because it's actually on the road there, and that's extremely bad place to put it because it leaves it right out in the open. You can see the line of sight goes all the way down there. Obviously the bridge gets in the way, but if he had a recon squad here, you would easily see that, or any kind of helicopter would see that out in the open. So Boltsauce is guessing where it is by the looks of things, and he's trying to arty or get some arty onto that. Some smoke coming in to attack into these compounds again, but that's now defended by 80 Jaegers. Not sure how well that's going to go. Over on this side, the BRDM-2 Conkers have been retreated. The MX-10P Milans moving up using their 20mm autocannons to take out the Formosa squad. Now the Formosa squad don't have any anti-tank weaponry, so they are fine to do that. We have some aircraft coming in, a Mirage 3C. 2 Tornado ECRs. And, well, they're flying them straight towards 3 MiG-29s. And I think they spotted those, getting them out of there. 2 Rafales from Gandalf, obviously has 2 cards of them. Is he looking for an aerial engagement? That would be awesome. We'd see an awesome dogfight between all of these aircraft. Not sure Boltsauce wants to pick that fight, so he's got them out of there. Tornado ECRs coming back in with the Mirage 3C again. So these Tornado ECRs just covering the advance really. Wow. The Cub M4s there showing who's boss. Shot down both of those Tornado ECRs, and the Mirage 3C did get away with it, but my lord, that's a lot of points lost for the blue team there. Threw away about 200 and 300 points, something like that. It's ridiculous. Anyway, Commandozi being ripped to shreds by the 80 units of Jaegers. Nice defensive napalm there. Did stop that push in its tracks. So Foxy and Gandalf coming back really nicely in this game so far. Boltsauce seems to be pulling most of the weight on the red team with his 2,215 points at the moment. It's quite staggering. But again, all these units wasted. It's pointless. Why put units on this side? You know, you can sneak across amphibious units. We've done that. Now you got to focus on the left. And it looks like Boltsauce is trying to do that with this infantry, bringing up more Commandozi. You know, we've got these T-55 AM2s for the fire support and so on. You know, now the artillery's coming in to weaken these Jaeger squads to actually make them attackable. But in a defensive position, the Jaegers are pretty much unstoppable because they have these really powerful MG3s, which can keep infantry at range and just mow them down. And the 2 Mistrals being left out in the open here slightly did reveal them to the mortars of Raptor. So they are going to be taken out very easily, unless the mortars miss the second squad. Looks like they did. Unfortunately, artillery can be too accurate sometimes. So yeah, actually a recon unit on this right here. Been placed on the island there to spot any helicopters trying to flank. Kind of like seeing that. Some more smoke coming in now. Looks like Boltsauce is going to be going for another attack. Got to be careful though. His AMX-30B2 is going to have a field day if they pop out on this left side. Some artillery already coming in to the smoke there. Will the Leichtschützen get into this compound? Why are they not going straight in there? He's leaving them out in the open. That's terrible. Oh, is he trying to dodge the napalm? Yeah, looks like it. Looks like plane came in and dropped some napalm there. Didn't quite hit the compound though, still. So would have been better to get them in there to begin with. Some Rafale Cs coming in to defend the airspace, to stop any bombing strikes while this attack goes on. Although the 3 MiG-29s being brought in from Boltsauce, very confident move. Is this going to work? Looks like they don't want to engage each other yet. So the Commandozi moving into the same sector as the Jaegers to avoid any artillery, because the mortars are coming in now. Looks like they are going to hit the Leichtschützen. But in close quarters combat, Commandozi will tear apart the Jaegers, and you can see that's just what's happening. Leichtschützen not having a great time with that mortar though. Oh, an awesome napalm strike now coming in from Raptor. If that was more concentrated, that would have been beautiful, but it looks like it was a bit too spread out. We got these Leopard 2A1s coming in from Gandalf and 3 Leclercs. Where are they going? You know, they're not that far behind. It'd be a pity to see them waste these. They're driving them straight past. Side shots hopefully won't happen. Where are they going with these? T-55's actually coming up here. Oh my lord, the side shots. I think these are fast moves down this road, which is why they're not stopping to fire. And I don't know if that was a miss micro or he's just bored with the game, but my lord, that is a desperate move which is never gonna work. Oh, helicopters coming in. Mi-25s, they have no chance now. The Sack-Loss missile is going to be tearing those tanks to shreds. T-55s at close range also going to be doing tons of damage, especially considering these Leopard 2A1s are stunned. And that's pretty much just given Raptor and Boltsauce the win. I'm actually quite disappointed that the game ended this way. Now, I did watch this beforehand to check the game was good, but I didn't actually watch it all the way to the end, so I wasn't aware that this is how it ended. Seems, yeah, a bit of a letdown considering how well the game was going. You know, if these tanks were used in a more supportive role, a bit more defensively coming across this bridge, you know, with attack move, you know, they might have actually been successful in order to win the game, but the T-55s there dealing the final blow to take out those tanks for good. So there you have it, guys. A 36-minute and 53-second game. The 4,000 point victory limit was reached by Raptor and Boltsauce in that time, and you can see that Raptor racked up a score of 1,110 points to 950 losses, and Boltsauce 2,920 kills to 2,155 losses. So nothing really spectacular in terms of kill death from either players, actually. But I think, you know, Foxy and Gandalf put up an amazing fight, and in a conquest situation the outcome may have been different, and I say that every time, and it's probably because it would be. Yeah, I don't know, they kind of threw it away at the end there. I really think that those tanks were necessary, but not used in that manner, and maybe not so many of them. You know, maybe just the Leclercs or just the 2A1s would have been good, and then they could have used them as fire support to clean out all the infantry as they advanced with the Jaegers. Would have been the perfect combination, and as long as they kept up their AA, they had the 2 Rafales, they would have been fine in order to win that game. I don't know. Puzzles me. Anyway, guys, a much more interesting destruction game today. We saw a lot of tactics, you know, like smoke, napalm, amphibious assault. We had tanks at the end. Bit stupid, but yeah, there we go. And, you know, nice map analysis. So, all in all, a decent replay, I guess, for teaching you guys some stuff, and hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Anyway, hopefully, yeah, like I say, you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video, where hopefully my voice will be better. Goodbye.